Hey everyone, welcome back to our C Sharp tutorial series. Have you ever encountered null reference exception in your C Sharp code? If yes, you're not alone. Handling null values properly is super important to avoid runtime errors. In this video, we are going to explore nullable types in C Sharp. Nullable types allow value types like int, double, and bool to hold null values safely. We will also learn how to use powerful operators to make our code more readable and error-free. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand nullable type but also be able to use them confidently in your projects. So let's get started. Okay, what are nullable types? Nullable type is a value type that can also store null values. Here in the syntax you can see data type question mark variable name is equal to value. After this data type, we are adding the question mark here. It indicates this variable can allow null values. In C Sharp, reference types like string and objects can be null, but value types like int, double, and bool cannot be null. Let's say you have an int age. Okay, you don't know the person's age yet, so you can't assign null. I'll show you. If I assign null, you'll get an error. See what it is saying? Cannot convert null int because it's a non-nullable value type. Okay, because integers must have values. That's where nullable types come in. By adding a question mark after this data type, now you can see there is no error. So it will allow to store either a valid number or a null. This is how this nullable type works. For example, we can see in the next example, double price is equal to null. Here also you can see this is also a non-nullable value type. So you need to add this question mark. Now you understood how to declare a variable as nullable. Declaring a nullable type is super simple. You just need to add question mark after the data types. This tells C# that this variable may or may not have a value. Now, let's see how to check if a nullable variable actually contains a value. To avoid errors, we should always check whether the nullable variable contains a value before using it. We can do this using two methods. The first one is hasValue property, and the second one is using checking is equal to null. We are just checking whether that variable is equal to null in the if condition. Let's see this with an example. Let's take an integer. Int score is equal to null. I'll add this question mark here to make it nullable. I will add this if condition. If you don't know about this if condition, don't worry. In the future lecture, I'll teach what is this if condition. Score dot has value. If score has value, print score. And also I'll print score dot value. Let's add this double quote after this. Close parenthesis, semicolon. Else console dot write line no score. Oops. No score available. I'll save it. Let's run. is, see, here it is printing no score available because here we are assigning null value to this score. So it doesn't contain any value in it. So it is not executing whatever we have written in this if block. It is coming to the else block and it is printing no score available. And the next one is null coalescing operator. We can declare it by using this question mark. The null coalescing operator is a shortened way to provide a default value if a nullable variable is null. If any variable is null, we can provide a default value. Okay. Instead of writing a long if statement, we can just use double question mark. Let's see with an example. Let's declare an integer variable int. Let me give the name as points is equal to null. I'll make it nullable by using this question mark. I will declare another variable int final points is equal to points. So if the points is null, it should take a default value 50. See, what I am doing is if this points is null, it will take 50 as a default value to this final points. Let's print this final point using this console.writeLine final points. I'll run this. Yes, you can see 50 is printed here because points is null. So the final point is taking this default value 50. Another useful operator is null conditional operator, which helps to prevent null reference exception. So let's see with an example. Let me declare a string name is equal to null. I'll make this nullable. So I'll use console.writeLine name question mark dot learn. Let's run this. So now we are not getting any exception. So instead of manually checking for a null, we can safely use a properties like this question mark and dot. Nullable types make C# much flexible and safer to use. We learned how to declare nullable type, check for null values and use operators like null coalescing operator and null conditional operator to simplify our code. I hope you found this tutorial helpful and don't forget to hit like, subscribe and drop a comment below. See you in the next video. Until then, happy coding. Have a great day.